Yeah, from 1995, Wrecking Ball, Emmy Lou Harris. Greg Hassel, Kate Jinks and Emma Swifter here. We'll check the Sydney traffic again in a tick. But Greg, take us back to the TV again for a second. This is really, it is on, I must confess, on pay TV, but it's such an interesting story. We thought we'd get you to tell it, even people haven't got the chance to see it. A group of prisoners invited to participate in a play.
Yeah, look, this is something I really can recommend, and hopefully it'll find its way to free-to-air TV. It's a fantastic three-part observational documentary series called Taking on the Chocolate Frog. So it's a guy called Grant Thompson, fantastic character. I think he's a failed actor, but he's a brilliant drama teacher. He runs a group of former prisoners, and he decides to get them to put on a play that was written in the 1960s by a prisoner called Jim McNeil, who was in Parramatta Jail, called...
Be later than the 60s, wouldn't it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Happy to be
a bit more recent.
Corrected on that.
Well, I remember going to see Jim McNeil play.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong about that. Anyway.
Maybe I saw a revival. I don't know.
Back in the days when Parramatta Jail was still a jail. And Parramatta Jail is now closed, and the idea is that they're going to put this play on in Parramatta Jail, which is very confronting for some of these guys who've been in Parramatta Jail. And... it's just beautifully done. It's funny, reality TV, so often you get knocked over the head with it. There's contrived drama and all this manipulative editing. This is just really simple, and it just tells a lovely story. Grant Thompson is compassionate, and you just got to admire someone who's willing to sort of see the best in these people. And these former prisoners, they've lived really hard lives, and it kind of comes through in their voices and their faces and their performances. And of course they're dealing with material which is about that life. They are, and we have. I've watched the first 2 episodes. In the second one, which is the one that airs this week, they are auditioning because only 3 of them can actually be in the play, and they all learn a Shakespeare soliloquy that is kind of connected to their experience. And to see these guys learn these soliloquies and learn them really well. One of the guys particularly has a lot of trouble reading, and then perform them at the Ensemble Theatre in front of their families. Incredibly moving. I just found this a really lovely documentary. There's quite a lot about there's a kind of whole industry of, I suppose, of television and books about that experience of going in to see prisoners and seeing if art can transform them. There's a great book by Mark Salzman, I think is his name, about going in and doing writing courses in a pretty hard-baked prison in, I think it's in Los Angeles, and the transformative effect that art can have on people. And it clearly does. And Thompson, he described himself as a private school boy, but they really trust him. He's got a real rapport with these guys, and it's just the way to see them. They really are transformed. Are they good? I suppose there's 2 things happening, isn't there? There's the chance to see whether it has an impact on their socialisation, their life, their recidivism rates. There's also the chance to see whether they're good performers. Yeah. Are they good performers? They are, and I think these guys have all come a fair way anyway. I suspect they've been doing in this group for a while. They're all been out of jail for reasonable amounts of time, and I think they've all turned their lives around in one way or another, so there's not a huge danger of them. There's one girl who drops out quite early, who seems to be has a lot of trouble. Grant's very firm about you have to be on time, a lot of discipline, and some of them have a bit of trouble with that. But they're very... You're letting them run the till at the box office, are you? Maybe. Let's hear a little bit from Taking on the Chocolate Frog. It airs Monday at 9:30 on Studio. In this, to prepare for an audition, in this clip, ex-criminal Guy practices one of Hamlet's more famous soliloquies.
To sleep perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause.
He's not reading that.
He's delivering that. He's delivering it. Yeah, it's been powerful. It's beautiful. Yeah, let's check the traffic.